All right. Welcome to our Thursday night team call. Tonight we have our special guest, Carrie Bradford, and I'm super excited that Carrie agreed to do our call tonight. Tonight we're going to talk about creating success habits. And when I think back to a few years ago when I met Carrie, I met her at her Pilates studio, and I realized that she is this driven, passionate person. And at first I saw it in her Pilates, in her studio, and the passion she had for her studio. But that kind of grew into a passion for personal development and a passion for clean living and in just helping everybody see their true potential. And I've loved watching her studio blossom into this amazing little empire here in Waterloo, where she is reaching out not only to people who might typically be doing Pilates, but really targeting groups of people who might be a little bit leery of trying Pilates, and really making it a comfortable environment for people to come try out a class. I know she even travels and does classes at schools and stuff like that, which I think is awesome. Carrie is a self-proclaimed life adventurer. She's devoted, and she's got this amazing husband and her little girl who I just adore, who's getting way too old. I can't even believe it. But being an entrepreneur, wife, and mother has brought her to the deep end of the pool of personal development. Her love for it was sparked upon enrolling as a member with Young Living Essential Oils. Although the initial reason for using the products was supporting her daughter's skin, Carrie soon realized that sharing Young Living with others was allowing her to help them with their wellness, and it coincided with the goal that she had at her studio. Blending the mind and body aspect of Pilates with the leadership and mindset training that she's taken has just really kind of turned her into this little guru of, I should say a big guru of personal development, and just really encouraging people to live their best life. And I'm really excited to hear her 5-step system here for creating success habits. So I'm going to turn it over to Carrie. I know she has some slides. I know we have one person that is on through a telephone call. So Carrie, if you can just talk through some of that stuff, if there's anything she'll be missing, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me tonight. I was actually going to tell the story of how we met, because you came to me at my studio for classes, and we both had that similar thing in common. Just both moms trying to, get through life with the young kids and figure out this whole path of how do we get there, and what are we going to do with ourselves along the way. And then my daughter had a skin issue. And we were just chatting mom to mom, I'm doing this isn't working, this is working. Kristen, what do you think I should do? And that's when Kristen introduced me to Young Living and natural organic ways of living. And that was 2014. And we've been doing natural organic living in terms of our home cleaning and home personal care products ever since. But it was really the teamwork that we dove into. You can do Young Living as just a consumer, or you can do it on the business side. And with having my studio, I chose to go into the business side. And working with Kristen, and you kept me motivated in the beginning in terms of, hey, Carrie, read this book, and here's this resource. So, you as a great leader allowed me to develop into the leader that I am today. I always like to give credit to those people that, were on my path along the way, and you were sort of that doorway and that gateway to the personal development side, which has helped not only me personally and moving into this role as a life coach, but also in working more confidently with my clients at the studio. So what I have for everyone today is my little slide presentation. Let me grab it here. I think it's on my Facebook page first. So we'll flip over. Hold on here. No, that's not what we wanted. It always gives you the wrong screen here when you're trying to look for stuff. All right. Now, if someone can just let me know if you can see my slides okay.
I'm good.
All right.
And you can see okay?
Yeah, they look good.
All right.
So tonight we're going to talk about finding your path and using small, simple steps to create yourself some habits to a fulfilled life. Because when we have a fulfilled life, it's easier to have that successful life. They kind of both go hand in hand. So who needs this message? Well, almost everybody needs this message. But if you're here to listen to it, I'm grateful that you're here tonight to listen to the message. It should pop up for me. No, there we go. All right. So if you're someone who's feeling stuck or lost in life, these tips that I'm going to give you today are going to help you get past some of those blocks. If you're seeking a way to have better relationships with family, with your coworkers, or a significant other, so in life, it's not just about business because I'm in business. We have to have a well-oiled machine between business and family that keep us going, or work and family that keep us going. So if we can strengthen certain areas of our life, they're going to benefit the other areas. And if you're someone right now who has a desire to reach a specific goal, these tips that I'm giving you tonight are going to help you give you a little bit more clarity on how you're going to reach your goal. So what will we exactly talk about tonight? And if I sound froggy or I wipe my nose, I apologize. I'm just getting over some icky cold stuff. We are going to talk about the 6 basic needs that all humans have. And we're going to talk about tools and daily actions that promote steps towards your fulfillment and your success. And I also have a special offer for you if you'll stick with me all the way to the end of the presentation. So I have some goals for you tonight. By the end of the webinar, I want to help you find the tools that improve your life. And again, they're small, simple steps. I want you to find more joy and fulfillment in your day. If we can find one day at a time where we have more joy and more fulfillment and can be more present in the moment, that good day is going to roll into another good day, and then it's just going to snowball, and we're going to be happy and successful. My goal is to provide you with actionable steps to help you identify your passions and find your keys to success. And I am a firm believer that we all should live our life amazing. So a little bit about me. I know Kristen told you how we met. There's a picture here of my daughter. We like to travel. We have family in Boston, so we go out to Boston and the Cape often, and that's a picture from the duck boat. I am a Pilates instructor, like Kristen said. What I love about Pilates is that it allows people to feel connected with themselves. It's a big thing. I want everybody to feel comfortable and confident in their own skin after they work with me. So whether that's with Pilates or whether it's with life coaching, I want you to feel confident in every area of life and everything that you do. And then that's just a picture of me being a foodie. I'm Italian, I like food, so everything in life is about balance. Going into the 6 basic needs that all humans need. The first one is certainty. So even us, those of us that are moms, and you need some type of familiarity in our life. Our children need some familiarity in their lives. Familiarity is comfort. So our routines and our habits, so certain things, we all need certainty. Now, different people need different levels of certainty in their life, and you'll know, like, your husband might need a little less, and he's a little more spontaneous, but you're more routine. So you'll find different levels of need of certainty in different people. We also need uncertainty. We need things to surprise us. We need things to keep us alive. So sometimes, like, husband, wife, or partners, you need that yin yang. So somebody needs more certainty, somebody has a little less, and it makes a good yin yang. But we all need certainty and uncertainty in our lives to keep us going. The other thing that we need is significance. We need to matter. We need to feel heard, and we need to feel like we're making a difference in life. And if you can add significance into your life and feelings of significance, that's going to fuel you towards your success. The other thing is connection. Whether it's intimate family members and friends, or connection in terms of a popularity sense, or connection in here, Kristen and I are here in these leadership roles. So a feeling of connection, either groups, family, friends, community. And then personal growth. You have to grow to be happy and fulfilled. Just like a plant, if it doesn't grow, it's going to die. We're the same way. You have to grow. So whether that's mentally, we are working in, reading books and expanding your personal development in that sense. Or if you are coming to me at the Pilates studio or going to your local gym, you need to keep your body moving. You need to keep your mind moving. You always need to grow. And then the last basic need that all humans need is contribution. So contribution and significance are very similar. But with contribution, it's something that doesn't need to be recognized, or you don't feel like you need recognition. You just have a personal feeling of value that's connected with you feeling like you've contributed. And if you want to hear more about, the 6 things that people need to be happy and fulfilled, I know that I believe it's Tony Robbins that does a big thing on this as well. So the tools, I told you I was going to provide you with some tools to get you on your path to happiness and success. So over on the left-hand side is journaling. I have journals for multiple things. Your diary is one that most people think about, or some people like to put down their I am statements every day in a journal. You can have a gratitude journal. You can have a personal development journal. I have stacks of journals sitting here next to you on my desk, whether it's something I've learned and I've journaled in, or again, it's that more sentimental daily journal or gratitude journal. And I'm a really big fan of the gratitude journal. I don't do it as often anymore because I have those moments in my day where I'm like, okay, I'm grateful for that, or I'm grateful for this experience I just had. So some journals you'll move away from, but always have a journal with you, even if it's thoughts. If you think that you want to become a writer someday, always have a journal with you and have something there that you can have it collected and have all those facts in one place. And then also grounding. As you go through your day, I mean, we live in a hectic world. Some of us have 2 and 3 kids, 4 kids, and you're trying to manage the household with managing your life and your business or your work, and it can get crazy. Take moments throughout your day for grounding. I like to give some suggestions to my clients at the studio of, take a 10-minute break during the day and sit at your desk and do these 4 exercises and do some breathing with it. Or on your lunch break, get out, get some sunshine, and get out of the office and ground yourself. And I'm a big fan of actually going out and being barefoot. If you believe in those theories of grounding and actually touching soil and the earth. And so take those moments throughout the day to pause and breathe and re-ground yourself, because once you do, you'll be more productive when you continue. And then next is reading, and that is on the personal development side. If there's a topic that you're interested in, whether it's a craft or it's something to do with your family and developing a better relationship with your kids and your spouse and creating a happier household, or if it's researching things about natural and organic living, always be reading something. And you don't have to read for an hour a day. Even 10 pages a day can make a difference in the things that you're learning. Or if you have a certain goal that you're setting, read more about that goal or how to get to that goal. Because the thing in life is that there's always someone that has done it before you. People always say, I have to be original with things. You don't have to be original when you're reaching your goals, but know that there's somebody that's either wrote a book about it before you, and you can take those ideas, make them your own. So reading is going to help you get to your goals and being more successful. And then also planning. You have to map out your goals. So I recommend a daily planner. There's lots of daily planners out there that you can choose from. They probably scroll through your newsfeed on Facebook. I know mine do. But there's lots of planners out there, or even just the old, I'm blanking on the Memo brand that you find at Walmart or Target are great things. Just keep things organized. I like the pen to paper. There's something about pen to paper that activates your brain rather than doing it. I know we're a mobile society, but putting pen to paper is something that I think makes us more connected with the things that we do each day. So talking about our routines, your morning, again, we are that mobile society. This was such a struggle for me at one point that I actually just completely logged out of Facebook on my mobile device and all other social medias, because most of us use our cell phone as our alarm clock. So we turn off the alarm, and what's the next thing we do? We go right to Facebook and scroll to Facebook. So try to make a habit of putting your mobile device down in the morning and take some time to get grounded. So in the morning, that could be your gratitude journal, or in the morning, it could be doing some meditation, Or if you are a person of faith, you could read a little bit of scripture. Whatever it is for you that gets you settled and grounded and ready to start your day, do that before you pick up that mobile device and start scrolling through the news feed. And then the other thing to remember is that happiness starts on the inside. No matter what's going on around you, you're the person that gets to decide how your day holds. And then, of course, stay connected with family and stay connected with your inner circle. And that doesn't mean you have to stay connected with all of your family. There are some people that we can definitely love from afar. But, you know, once you start your day, send mom a text message and say, hey, I'm thinking about you. I love you. Or the husband, hey, thanks for, picking up dinner last night, or whatever it was. And show those people around you that you love and appreciate them. And you'd be surprised how they react and then how they start to support you with your goals that you're working on. Another daily reminder is notice when you're over analyzing. Anxiety and fear are huge in today's world. And then especially as entrepreneurs and we're setting goals, we can sometimes feel like the walls are closing in on us because we're trying to work on every little thing in our business. And if you overanalyze it, it's just going to drive you bananas. And then the other thing is when you're working with people, if it's, working with coworkers, or, we have a mom's group and somebody says something that you don't really like, take a deep breath before speaking. And when you take that deep breath, also think about why you're feeling the way you are because of what they said. Sometimes it's not exactly what they said, but it's how we're reacting to it. So if we can take that deep breath and say, okay, and then rephrase it or think about what you're going to say, because you never want to put yourself in a position where you regret what you're going to say, especially if you're working in and around people that could be an influence or a help in you reaching the current goal that you're trying to reach. And then always put yourself in another person's pair of shoes, especially when you're thinking about goals. Think about how would that person get there, or think about, or just think about how their life is and how you could affect it. And then the biggest thing that I've learned about when you are creating success habits and you're learning when you want to reach a goal is that you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. So you should spend most of your time listening rather than talking when you're trying to reach a goal, because you'd be surprised how much you learn that's going to take you more quickly to the goal that you're going to achieve when you spend time being a good listener. And then, Christina, I know you're on here live with me, and I put this in here specifically for you. You were part of Kristen's members group and got to ask questions early. And it was, I have so many things I'm doing right now, and I'm not sure how to keep it all together. One question or one suggestion that I have is this little chart. As moms, we can often be distracted with things that may or may not be important. So if you look at this chart and you start at the left-hand side where the X is, it's important but not urgent. And then you move up to the quadrant above, it would be important, not urgent. You move over to the right where the lightning bolt is, that's important and urgent. And then below that where the lightning bolt over to the right of the X is important or not important and urgent. So if you can start to classify things in your day or throughout your life by saying, well, gosh, is this really important? Well, yes, it's important, but is it urgent? No, it's not urgent. When our kids run up to us with certain things, of course, we always want to give our children that undivided attention no matter what we're doing, to always let them know that they are significant and that they are heard and that they are important. But a big habit of mine lately has been not always picking up my cell phone. I mean, there's so many bells and whistles on our cell phones these days. It can drive you bananas, and it can keep you distracted from your goals. So if you can decide or use this chart to say, okay, is this interruption that's currently happening urgent or important, and find where it fits in this box, you can start to better organize your day. Let things go to voicemail sometimes, because sometimes people are just calling you to chat. or take a specific time during the day to schedule your Facebook scroll and not on it all the time. Like I said earlier, I've completely logged out of Facebook on my phone at times just to avoid the temptation and distraction. And when we can classify things here, then you can find more space in your day for those things that are really important to you and that are going to help you get to the goals that you currently have. And then in the evening, your evening wind down is just as important as your morning start. Your bedtime rituals that you have are going to affect your energy levels and your mood for the next day. So if you're going to bed and you're thinking about how crappy today was, because very well we sometimes have bad days. But if you're thinking, oh my gosh, tomorrow's probably going to be worse, you're setting yourself up for failure. So always vision yourself into success for the next day, or vision yourself into happiness for the next day. Make a to-do list. If you're one of those people that kind of has like that hamster wheel in your head, like I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this, put it down on a to-do list, clear your head for the night, and then you can go to bed with a clear mind and wake up fresh for the next morning. So again, the last thing I have here on the slide is picture tomorrow's success. Picture tomorrow going well. Picture tomorrow being happy and running smoothly, and likely the more you do this, your days are going to be that way. So I'm going to share with you a little bit of how I achieved awareness of myself and began to develop a bigger and more fulfilled life. So you have to have the right friends. You have to have an amazing support system along with you. So these are just some of my gang here that I absolutely love and adore. You also have to have the right coach. So whether that is your upline or upline's upline in your multi-level marketing company, like for some of us here in Young Living, or if you're an entrepreneur like myself who is open to small business, it's often great to have a coach to give you those points of clarity along the way that you're not seeing. And that is something that has been very beneficial to me. Reading. I said it earlier, I'm going to say it again. Reading is what's going to get you to your goal because you become more knowledgeable on it, because you've expanded your personal growth. And then always, I said it, when I was talking about that urgency and important chart with Christina, you have to put your family first. When my daughter comes over and needs something, face them and say, what do you need? So always put family first. And of course, celebrate your elders. And I have to mention here, this is my grandma. She is one cool cat. That was us a few years back at the West Virginia Syracuse game. The gal actually came down. We drove in a car together to West Virginia. Grandma's one cool cat. So always put your elders first too, because if we can put our elders first and show them that they're significant, and we can show that we know that they contribute to our life and to their family, your elders are going to live longer as well. So that's another piece for another time. I could go on that for a while. And then also the physical piece. You want to eat well and you want to move often. If you're constantly putting junk food in you, junk in, junk out, you're not going to be productive. And movement heals. Even if it's just getting out for a walk on your lunch break and getting some sunshine, movement heals. Movement makes you feel centered and grounded for a better day. And then, of course, giving back. So, you guys know I'm a fitness junkie. You've probably realized that by now. So I volunteer at road races, at their sign-ups and on the course. So always find a way to give back. And, of course, that's one of those 6 basic needs. That's contribution. And of course, I just want everyone to live your life amazing. That's what we should all do, no matter what your goal is, no matter what your vision is for your successful life. Just like I say in my Pilates studio, class is for you. And I want you to work to your level and to your goals. And just in life, same thing. Life is for you. Life is for you. Life is for your family. Live life for you. Don't live your life towards anyone else's expectations but yours. Now, here's my special offer for you. I want to give you the 5 success habits that I've used to put in daily action to bring me to fulfillment and success. So it's a PDF, and you can get that at Dream Life Passport So when you get to that main page, you're going to scroll down a little bit. I just ask you for your email, and it'll get sent right over to you. And just a couple of things to ponder. I have a little black book of quotes, so I'm going to share 2 quotes with you today. And the first one is from Judy Garland. It says, "Always be a first-rate version of yourself rather than a second-rate version of someone else. Don't be afraid to be authentically you in life, because somebody, and probably a lot of people out there, are going to love you." And then when it comes to life in general, Waterloo, Seneca Falls were donned in lots of history. So Louisa May Alcott, part of the women's rights movement, said, "Life is my college. May I graduate well and earn some honors." So dig into your personal development. Live life for you. Dig into those goals and graduate with honors from life. So I want to thank Kristen for having me here on the presentation tonight. I want to thank everyone who's joined us live and joined me here on the replay as well, so it was recorded. And I am going to stop sharing the screen now and turn it back over to Kristen.
Carrie, thank you so much. I can't wait to watch the replay of this, because being the end of a day, you do get to the end of the day where your brain is just jumbled and there's so much in that you're like, you can't only take so much more in. But I love some of your tips for just kind of unplugging and being more mindful and in tune, especially to the little people around us. I know that I have little people at my house all the time, not just my own, but other people's. And when you're trying to be an entrepreneur and you're trying to be a mom and a wife and it can get so overwhelming. And you can sometimes take that out on the little people that just want to share something really awesome that they have to contribute. So that was an awesome reminder for me. I know that was a great takeaway. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
I want to open it up really quick. I know there's a couple people on. Is there anybody who has anything that they wanted to add, a great takeaway, something that kind of stuck with them, or a question for Carrie? No. Cool. All right, I'm going to stop the recording.